Yep.
Okay. Good evening. I call to order this regular joint meeting of the Minnehaha County and Sioux Falls Planning Commissions. And I will begin with a few introductory comments. As a courtesy to everyone here tonight, please make sure that all cell phones have been silenced. Please note that tonight's Planning Commission meeting will be rebroadcast via CityLink and posted on the www.minnehahacounty.gov site for viewing by the general public. The two planning commissions work together on land use and zoning matters within the rural areas surrounding the city. This area is displayed on the screen. When this joint hearing is completed, the joint Sioux Falls and County Planning Commission will adjourn, and the next regular business meeting will begin to consider items beyond the joint zoning jurisdiction with Sioux Falls. Any action taken on the conditional use permit applications tonight will take effect 5 working days following this meeting unless a written appeal of the Planning Commission's decision is filed in the Planning Office by Monday, May 5th, 2025 at 5 p.m. In the event of an appeal, the decision will be referred to the Joint County Commission and City Council for a hearing on Tuesday, May 27th, 2025 at or after 5 p.m. The affected parties will be notified of the meeting date, and joint meetings of the County Commission and Sioux Falls City Council are held at Carnegie Town Hall, 235 West 10th Street. First on the agenda is public input. Is there anyone here tonight who wishes to speak on an item that is not on the agenda? We'll move on to the regular agenda. The first item is the approval of the minutes of the March 24th, 2025 meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of March 24th, 2025. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. On the county side.
On the city side, I'll look for a motion to approve the minutes for March 24.
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say yes.
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 Opposed, same sign. Passed on the city side.
Thank you. Item number 2, conditional use permit 25-17 to transfer 15 building eligibilities from the southwest quarter, the northeast quarter, and the south half, and the southeast quarter, northeast quarter, section 16. The northeast quarter, the southeast quarter, there is an exception of tract 1, Lakeside Edition, end of exception. Section 16. The northwest quarter, the southeast quarter, there's another exception of the north 206.7 feet, the west 208.7 feet, the east 712.7 feet, and except tract 1, Lakeside Edition, end of exception. Section 16, northeast quarter, southwest quarter, another exception, tract 1, Lakeside Edition, end of exception. Section 16, tract 4, Lakeside Edition, northwest quarter, and the west half. Southwest quarter, section 16, northeast quarter, southeast quarter, section 17, west half, southeast quarter, there's another exception, H-1, end of exception. And the southeast quarter, southeast quarter, there's another exception of H-1, end of exception. Section 17, and the vacant right-of-way lying adjacent in the south half, northwest quarter, another exception of tract 1, Crusher Edition. End of exception. Section 17 to tract 1, Gaddis Edition. Section 18, all within Township 101 North, Range 50 West, that is in Wayne Township. Petitioner and owner is Crusher Investment Company. 26449 467th Avenue is the location. Kevin?
Yes, that is a very long legal description, and as you see on the map here, it involves many properties. The property owner owns a cluster of contiguous parcels in 3 different sections of land here on the west side of Sioux Falls. The request will move 15 building eligibilities to consolidate them on a parcel further outside. So you can see on the map here, the eligibilities are moving to this location over in this parcel right here. The receiving parcel was recently acquired for the purpose of transferring these building eligibilities by the petitioner. So the conditional use permit criteria that are reviewed for all conditional use permit include, I'll go through these quickly. One, the effect upon the use and enjoyment of others in the immediate vicinity for the uses already permitted and upon the property values in the immediate vicinity. This area is located within the transition area of the Envision 2045 plan. Most of the area is agricultural. The 15 eligibilities will join 2 existing eligibilities on the parcel that are existing. So there's a possibility of a 17 lot subdivision. This will concentrate residential properties in an agricultural area, so it should be noted that there may be more conflicts between agricultural producers and the complaints received from those property owners. But it also should be noted that in the A1 agricultural area is a requirement for all property owners to have a right to farm notice covenant signed and placed on the deed prior to constructing the dwelling. The petitioner explains in the narrative that the intent is to access the property from 466th Avenue. So that would be the far side that's just off this map, actually. The applicant further explains that he's going to work with the township regarding maintenance of that road. Number 2, the effect upon the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding vacant property for uses predominant in the area. As noted, this is primarily agriculture. And is likely to remain agriculture for some time in the future. This may encourage similar type of clusters of building eligibilities, as there are several large property owners in the area with mining and farming. And now with the new ordinance amendments and transfers, there may be more opportunity for clustering building eligibilities. The developer and future landowners of the development need to be aware of the close proximity of the city of Sioux Falls. And it is in the best interest of the developer to have a development plan to incorporate plans for future annexation by the city of Sioux Falls, so that doesn't become an issue in the future. Number 3, the utilities, access roads, drainage, or other necessary facilities are provided. Again, this is 17 lots. Since it's that large, the county does require a preliminary subdivision plan prior to platting any lot. The plan must show how roads, drainage will be incorporated into the subdivision, and it also must meet not only the county requirements but also the city requirements as well, and that is laid out in the city letter that was provided to you. Number 4, the off-street parking and loading requirements are met. These will be met when houses are constructed on the property. Number 5, the measures are taken to control offensive odors, fumes, dust, noise, vibration, and lighting, inclusive of lighted signs, so that none of these will constitute a nuisance. Each property will have to comply with this individually, including complying with the public nuisance ordinance for Minnehaha County. And number 6, the health, safety, and general welfare of the public and comprehensive plan. The Envision 2045 comprehensive plan does encourage clustering of building eligibilities, and this does move this further out into out of the way of out of the way of immediate annexation areas of the city. The current locations of the building eligibilities are there to be developed on their current locations. It would be difficult because of the mining and agricultural activities going on there, and this would cluster them together. Staff is recommending approval with 3 conditions, and I'll go over a few kind of site photos. It's a very large site, so I relied on pictometry for this. As you can see here, so it's kind of an odd-shaped parcel, and if you go, there's a line here, and it would be down here. There's a large area of land right here. There's a waterway that runs through it and flows kind of to the northeast. The old farmstead area is right here. If I, yes. Okay, and this goes from the east looking to the west. You can see the long existing driveway right here. And that is a very narrow strip of land. It's maybe about 80, 85 feet wide at that point. So that would be just a narrow entryway into the larger area, and then it gets wider behind that again. This is a photo I took, or the pictometry I used to show the access. The narrative explains that access is going to be off of the road here. So access will come through this pasture to the township road and then go to the highway from there. Probably bring it back to an overall picture. I think that one works well. And again, staff does recommend approval of this project. Any questions?
Any questions for him? City?
Kevin, is the connecting piece between the existing, where they want to move from to over there, that flagpole, is that the driveway?
So,
'Cause
yeah,
it's obviously connected by a flagpole, so is that the driveway?
yes, I should have had a closer picture of the whole property as I'm looking through this. But yes, so this is the driveway flagpole from here back to here.
Okay.
And then there's kind of a section of, or an area of land here at the farmstead. And then there's a separate area of land just beyond the farmstead. So now I'm looking north, right here. And then if I go back to this one, I'm looking east again. And then that larger section is then across, they'll have to get like an easement or some way to get a road out to here to then connect to the township road.
So one more question. So where you're saying what that road would go, so the road to go have access is not actually owned by those people that want to move the 17 building eligibilities, or is that the flagpole?
No, it's not owned by the Crusher Investments at this time. That would be something they would arrange at a future time. So this is not going to have any houses on it right here.
So one more question. So is there any access to a highway or a township or a road or anything for those 17 building eligibilities?
As it currently sits, it would be the driveway right here,
Okay.
the long driveway.
So that, like, I mean, it's in here, you have to have a preliminary subdivision plan, and I know in the past, the commission has rejected if there isn't adequate in and out of subdivisions. So that is a possibility if, once it actually gets to the preliminary plan, if there's not access in and out adequately, it would be rejected anyway.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Any other questions for him? Okay. Is the petitioner here? Please step forward and state your name and address.
Good evening, Jim Sokup, 8900 West Lakeside Drive, Sioux Falls. Just a quick note, the piece to the west, that's my partner that owns that piece. So
Okay.
we would have actually access from both mile lines.
Okay,
So
thank you.
I know that was the question you had.
Anyone else have any questions for him? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone from the audience care to address this item? Please state your name and address.
Amber Hobart. We live on 467th. Our house is actually the house that you're seeing right now, where the road access runs right beside our house. So I can't say that we have any huge objection to what they want to do. However, we do have some concerns about what they want to do, mainly being kind of how this entire thing has come about. I know he just now said that there's a partner, but that's not exactly how this has all been laid out. There's been quit claim deeds for $1 and things of that nature, which doesn't exactly put forth a honest feeling about this whole situation. There's also 2 houses existing on the property right now, and you're asking for 17 lots to be developed, which is 15 plus the 2 that are sitting there. So that is a concern for us, that these 2 houses are going to be left to sit there, and we're still gonna have another 17 and still have to deal with the 2 houses. We absolutely do not want access going right beside our house. We've already had plenty of issues of people trespassing on our land to go back to that back section of land because you can't reach it from the farmstead area. Just as recent as this Easter, we had to move a ginormous culvert that was pushed out into our field, and our farmer who rents it could not actually harvest his entire crop. So that is a concern for us. So we also have, I mean, it's been an ongoing thing with having renters literally in our backyard. If you look, the house is sitting in our backyard nearly. So that's even prior to this owner having it, but the trespassing to get back to the back property is not since that has been happening. So we would request that if he wants to have a 17 lot development, then those two houses need to go. That is just a non-negotiable, because you're then allowing 19 eligibilities to sit on that property. And I'd also kind of like to hear when the plan for this is, because I kind of doubt that there is a plan at this point. If all utilities are going to be left up to them to develop, that's a long ways away from city sewer. And we own the field that is adjacent to this, so we also have concerns about where is this drainage going to be going? And what is that going to look like? Is our farmer who's trying to farm the ground and rents that ground going to have issues with continual trash and things being in the, being in his crop and having no way of stopping that from happening if there's actually going to be a development back there? He needs to be able to farm that ground and not have to collect all of the garbage that's going to be coming into the field from developing and those types of things. So we'd also like to know if this is going to be a septic system or they're actually going to be on the sewer, because those are obviously two different things. So that's our concerns. Obviously, we live right in front of this. So in no way, shape, or form do I want the access to be off of 467, so I have to deal with constant traffic coming in and out of this development.
Anyone else care to address this item? Okay.
Yes,
Commissioners?
Madam Chair, if I may,
Go ahead, Mike.
clearly understanding all of Amber's concerns, it feels like a lot of her concerns are really more appropriately addressed when we look at the subdivision plan, the access, the removal of the adjacent properties. Because I think they're all valid concerns, I really do. I don't know that those are really considerations when we're looking at just transferring bill and eligibilities at this time. So I guess with that said, I'd make a motion to approve the eligibilities, and again, would address your concerns definitely at the preliminary plan. So
I would second that, and I also would say, Amber, I sat on the county commission a long time ago, and there will be a preliminary plan, and at that point, and this could be, I don't know, Mr. Sukup has planned, but it could be 10 years, it could be 15 years. He's just moving his eligibilities, and really that's all we're doing at this point. I've seen the county reject him before if there was not a good site plan. So there will be conditions on it if it comes to that, and at this point, yeah, it is just moving building eligibilities, and I don't see an issue with it at this point. So I will second that motion.
I have a motion and second on the floor to approve conditional use permit 25-17. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes on the county side.
I'll look for commissioner action.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, same sign. It passes on the city side.
Any old business?
No.
New business?
No.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes on the county side.
On the city side.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, same sign. We're adjourned on the city side.
Thank you.